Hi, everybody. So nice to see all of you here today. Since we just started the webinar, we'll give it a couple of minutes for everybody else to join in as well. But in the meanwhile, I would encourage all of you to use the chat box to kind of introduce yourself, tell each other about your business, yourself. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Nayak. So just talk a little about your business, where you're from, what your business deals in. If you have a GlobalLinker profile that you would want other members to look at, do share that as well. But so good to see all of you here today. So the way we'll do this is that we'll start our interaction sharp at 1:05, just allowing a couple of more minutes for everybody to join in. But again, the format of this webinar is a little more interactive than the usual one-way communication. I would encourage all of you to ask any query, any question that you may have. This session is conducted for you to be able to actually resolve any of your queries and of course grow your business. So do use the Q&A section below to ask any questions so that it doesn't get missed out. If you do happen to put it in the chat box, it might get missed out in the scroll of messages that come in introducing themselves. So do use the Q&A section for asking any question that you want to be addressed. And I will also be asking a couple of questions to all of you. Do be a part of the examples as well as answer them. Just a simple yes or no also encourages others to learn insights. So do answer them as much as you can. So we have about 3 minutes left to get started, but let me tell you a little about myself. I'm Malvika Jaggi and I'm representing GlobalLinker today. So GlobalLinker, as most of you already know, is a business networking platform with over 4 lakh plus members. So, and just like yourself, so just like the way we use Facebook for connecting with friends or LinkedIn for work and job updates, we use GlobalLinker to connect with business owners. It can be as the interactions currently vary from sourcing new raw material, appointing new agents, getting new distributors, or even creating an online catalog for oneself, or even connecting with other businesses and networking with them to kind of strike deals. So, and in fact, we've seen that a lot of organizations also do post about new product launches, any new awards that they've won, any achievements. And of course, there is a section on the platform which people use to contribute expert knowledge in a particular domain. And going forward in the webinar, we will, but not only post content, but a lot of members like yourself consume a lot of content on the platform. So if you are somebody who's currently hesitating to share knowledge, do read what is happening on the platform, consume that content, see how it really has a position in your mind. So when you read rich content, or when you read something that you can relate to, you feel the urge to kind of connect, because you now trust that particular business owner in that domain. And that's when you'll realize the importance of actually contributing knowledge rather than just doing promotional content on your business. So it's 1:05 now, and I see that a lot of members have joined in. Let me actually just start sharing my screen now. Again, please feel free to stop me at any point, ask any questions. And you need not wait till the end of the session. I will allow a lot more time towards the end for an interactive Q&A, but happy to be interrupted in between as well. So let me just now share my screen. Okay, so I hope you all can now see my screen. Great. So once again, welcome to this webinar. I'm excited to meet all of you here today, and I hope the feelings are mutual. But like I mentioned, do use the chat to interact with each other, introduce yourself. In fact, recently there was a research conducted which mentioned that about 40% of businesses will die out in the next 10 years if they don't adopt new technologies, new digital platforms. So this is your chance to learn about these various ways in which you can digitize, network, and grow your business online. So again, now what is it that you can expect during the session is what I'll just cover about. But again, the best way to make the most of this session is to use the chat box and send in any queries, comments, feedback, anything that you'd like to be addressed. What we're going to cover today is basically a broad overview. And in fact, I'll also show you a live demo of the platform GlobalLinker. Then we'll talk a little about why is it important to have an online profile, and once we understand the importance of it, how do we make one such that it's an attractive profile, and where do we really get started, how do we sell online, why should we sell online, and we will cover a little about a particular digitization index, so where you stand in the digital journey or the roadmap, as well as how do you kind of attract your customers to start transacting with you. And then we'll leave it open for a Q&A session. Okay, so let's get started. How many of you in the room today know a little about GlobalLinker? It'll be nice to see what you understand of the platform so that I can correct where you're going wrong, or I can give you more insights on what you're not aware about. So tell me a little about what you know about the platform. But here is my definition of what I think GlobalLinker stands for. It really is a community of business owners like yourself who are networking with each other, talking to each other about sourcing raw materials, sourcing new suppliers, engaging with new distributors, appointing new agents, or even just identifying how they can grow beyond their current capacity, or even sharing awards and new product launches. So it's a community which is free to join, but I must mention it's an invite-only program. So treat it as your exclusive online business circle. Let me also just go ahead and showcase how the platform looks like. I will actually log into my own profile and show to you how it is. Just give me a second there. Okay, so so here you can see on my screen there is a field about how the platform looks like. It is a very social, I mean, you've already seen such, you're used to such user experiences before on other social platforms. And so you know what to expect. Here you can see, for example, there's an organization who's looking for a t-shirt 100% polyester buyer, or there is an organization who's talking about the kind of exports that you can do as an exporter, and there are various alerts and trade information that's getting posted. Here is somebody who's talking about an app that they have built and how it can help other members. So and there is a section where you can actually, if you see on my screen here, you can see company post only, which means that I internally within my organization can see these posts, you can't. And so you can use this to actually also interact with all your employees, make them feel special on a very professionally, formally done platform. Now here, if you see, they're looking for a seller of wheat flour. So there are various business opportunities being posted, various people contributing knowledge. Here is how the feed looks like. But let me show you a little about what all can be explored. Now, on the top hand side, you see a resources section where you can actually go to the knowledge one, where you have articles. And like I was telling you, this is the area where you can consume rich content in various sectors, from various industries, from various different types of business owners, as well as organizations who have the expertise in it. So if you see here, there's somebody talking about Vakil Search, in fact, who is a legal provider, is talking about GST. What is the new GST on sugar, chocolate? There is Retailers Association of India, who puts in trends, patterns, alerts about all the new happenings in the retail sector. There is the Federation of Indian Export Organizations, who talks about if you are somebody who wants to explore the exporter segment, then this is what you can use. Or for example, you can see even business owners like yourself, like Mr. Pramod Veturi, he talks a lot about learning and development. So this is where you can, one, consume content, but also going forward, you can look at contributing such type of content, because the minute you do it, a viewer or a reader will actually gain that trust and then think about, okay, this organization really knows what he's talking about. They know the entire subject. Let me reach out to them for help. And that's how the business connection actually happens. Moving quickly forward to the next section, here is a self-explanatory. We are all used to this, the group section, where we join like-minded groups. So let's say I'm interested in fashion, I would join a fashion and style group. I would contribute what I'm looking for, or even if I'm a business selling some fashion products, and I can post it about that over there. And likewise, you join groups of your interest, explore it, comment, like, understand what others are looking for, and either service and fulfill that, or even initiate a conversation such that you can actually reach to the point that you are set out for in terms of a goal. Now, again, moving forward, we'll come to the events section. Now, here is a section which is curated specially for small and medium enterprises. All the various events happening across the world in the SME domain. By SME, I mean small and medium enterprises. They're all curated here for you, right from the event that you registered for today, to sessions that are being organized by leading organizations who want to share their content with you, or even there are events like from business owners like yourself, who, let's say you host an event, it can be physical or digital. You can use this section to create a registration page, invite all the 4 lakh members to be a part of your event and promote and spread the word, or you can also attend any of these events. So this is a space you should look out for in case you're looking at learning, growing, as well as understanding on various different subjects. There are also courses that get posted by various organizations. Now, moving to the next section, we'll come to the catalog bit a little later, but coming to the offers section, here we've kind of curated for yourself as a business owner, leading services from brands, or let's say leading services from market leaders in various domains, right from, let's say, just getting an office space, or even just creating a current account, getting Google services, SEO done, design done, or even just implementing Tally, getting any kind of an overdraft. So we've identified the various challenges that a business owner can face. And here is a section where you can explore what you're looking for. And we've pre-negotiated these for you because we understand that if a business owner approaches these organizations alone, then the cost is pretty high, but together we all build the economies of scale. So here is where you can actually leverage that. Now, just moving on to the online store bit. Now, this is a section that is used very widely by all our members. We have 20,000 plus active stores currently who are using this and making the most of it. And what I mean by an online store is not restricted to B2C. So let's say you have a product which you want to sell directly to your consumer, you definitely can use this. But it's also extended, the tools and the capabilities also are extended to B2B, industrial. No matter which category of business you lie in, you can use this to make your online catalog, and that definitely is a speciality that you can see over here. Let me show you a couple of examples of how members are using this to make their own stores, and you could get started with your journey of doing that. So this is a brand in Telangana who is a social entrepreneur, actually providing livelihood to the women of the slums by training them to make such products and then selling them and giving them a share of that revenue made. So here you can see all the different products are showcased well, or all the various categories are coming up. So if you're a business who wants to make something like this, have some problems in doing it, you can do it absolutely free of cost on the platform itself. We have various tutorials to teach you how to do it. We have live training sessions that you can attend to if you're stuck somewhere and want to ask some doubts. Or even you could come back to us and say, I don't have the time, I can't put in the kind of resources or effort to make this. Can you help me design something like this? We will do it at a nominal cost for you. So if you're interested in getting that service, you can just put in the chat box, I'm looking at an assistance from GlobalLinker, and we'll be happy to have a call back arranged for you. So if you see here, they're putting up their social feed, their blogs, their empowerment stories, they're inviting people to be a part of their newsletter, videos. So the various, you can use your website as well to make it as interactive as possible and appealing to your customer. Now let me show you an industrial store. So this is a brand that's in beveling machines. Why I'm showcasing this to you is a lot of times people come back and say that why do I really need to make it an online store or a catalog? I just want to make it an informational based website where my viewers know what I'm dealing in. But here is where I'm trying to show you how you need to capture the interest of your prospect customers. So if you don't want to put a price to any of your products, but you want to capture the interest, you can, instead of doing a buy now, which on the first product you see you can add to the cart, but on the second product it says price upon request, send inquiry. You can allow your customers to actually do this, receive the inquiry, customize it, and then send it back to them. And that's how you'll be able to interact with with your customers. Instead of a static website where somebody, like, let's say I saw your website, I liked it, I may or may not go to the contact us page and then reach out to you. But here I know that, okay, I'm interested in this particular product only. Let me send out an inquiry, let them come back with a quotation, and then I'll go ahead with the transaction. So it just makes a step go one step forward. So do use that section as well to kind of allow, so let's say you might have a bulk purchase and you don't want to define the price, or your price keeps fluctuating. That's when also you can use this feature. Now, let me also show you another store before we move forward. So here, if you can see, this is another brand that's created their online store. They've tried to showcase what's happening behind the scenes in the form of a video. They're trying to put in aesthetically appealing photographs so that the customer is interested in purchasing. They're talking about their best sellers so that you know what you can buy. And they're also showing you product reviews, testimonials, everything at one place. So if you've not yet started, this is the time to actually get started. Let me also now just go back to GlobalLinker platform. And now that you've seen a gist of how the platform looks like, and given that you're a member already, you probably would have explored a little about it. I'll be happy to take on questions towards the end in relation to, let's say, how do I create a new connection, or what do I do if I'm not getting business opportunities. All of that can be addressed. Let me just go back to our presentation here. Okay, so now that we know what GlobalLinker is, let's actually just summarize it first. One is that the idea of the solution is to help business owners really make their business only twofold. One is discoverable for their customer, and the second is transaction ready. So, and how do we really achieve these two goals is what we'll talk about again a little in the course of time. But let's now make it a little more broad based to see how and why you should be online as a business if you've not already started, and where you can proceed. So I'm sure as business owners, all of us feel that resources are limited and we really need to use them wisely. So let me hear from all of you. What is your limited resource? It can be anything. Use the chat box. Tell me, what do you think as a business is your limited resource? Any thoughts? Last time we received a lot of members saying we don't have time. There were a few who said money is a limited resource when we're doing business. Here, I can see some personal chats coming in. Bandwidth, that's right. Bandwidth can be a limited resource as well. Capacity, money, sure. Many sources create confusion. Okay, so it's important to really, now that we've identified that all of us are aware that we have limited resources, it's important we plan properly and invest these resources in the right direction. And here is where I'm trying to help you to identify the right direction. So in the session ahead, I'll actually also show you the various channels and ways in which you can tell your customers that you are ready to service them. You are out there no matter where they are, when they want you. Now, again, before we move forward, we'll do a simple exercise. Let me ask all of you to actually just draw a tree, and draw a tree fairly quickly in under 5 seconds in your mind or on paper. Just draw a tree. Okay, so can I ask you to reply yes if you drew a tree like this, where there were two branches like this and a cloud on top to make the bush? Did we draw a tree in our mind or on paper like this? Yes, yes, no, yes. Okay, great. So over 95% of us in the other sessions as well say that yes, we drew the tree just like the way we were taught as kids, 2 lines for barks and a cloud on top. But if we were all to sit down in a group together, and if there was an activity or a competition that said, draw a tree, I am sure 100%, 99% of us would have been as innovative as possible, drawn some fruits, put some colors in there, made it out of the box and creative with the same task at hand, with the same amount of time as well. But what I'm trying to bring and leave you with the thought is that networking and building connections helps you ignite your spark. Now, if you thought of just drawing a tree for the sake of drawing a tree, you would have done it just like the way you had to. But the minute you are in a group, or the minute you are actually wanting to achieve something beyond what you've been doing normally, that's when that spark is ignited, new ideas come up, and collectively we just help every business owner to achieve more. So moving to the next point on building your own sales channel, why should we really build our own sales channel? So of course, times today are changing. A lot of us have actually clicked on skip ad or blocked an advertisement, but and I've done it myself. So and there are all of us also on the other hand who have actually followed an influencer, followed a celebrity, who are talking about the various products rather than just putting in promotional content. So what I'm trying to tell you is that consumers today are trusting humans than brands talking just what they deal in. So it's important to build that brand awareness, and if you don't invest in building your brand, you'll never really be noticed. And that brings me to the next point on diversification on marketplaces. So many of us today have listed our products and services on Flipkart, Myntra, Big Basket, based on which category we deal in. And of course, we should do that to get the right kind of customers, to get started in our journey of getting customers online. But what you need to really realize is that you're not building your brand if you're just on marketplaces. If you don't have your own sales channel and if you're just on your marketplaces, then let me give you an example. So think of the last time you purchased, let's say, a pen on Amazon or Flipkart or wherever. I remember the pen that I purchased, but I don't remember the brand that I purchased it from. I don't remember the seller I purchased it from. So as consumers today, we're looking for products and not really the sellers on marketplaces. So if you want to make that mark for yourself as a brand, establish yourself out there in the market, it's important you link that brand name in the mind of the consumer. So, and you can do that only if you have your own sales channel. If you're listed only on marketplaces, it's a very far short game that you're trying to achieve. So let me move on quickly now. Right. So at GlobalLinker, we have, again, like I told you, 20,000 plus sellers who are actively using the online store or digital catalog capability. And I've been in conversation with them for over 4 years now, and I'm trying to collate all their data, their learnings, their insights, and share it with you so that we all learn and grow together. But before we move forward, again, I'd like to ask all of you, how many of us here today shop online? Do you purchase anything at all online? It can be as small as buying it from, yes, I can see the hands being raised there. Me, Amazon, Flipkart, I buy it on different websites. Yes, we do buy online. And that's a given, right? All of us do it now, at least 90% of us. Now, do you also sell online? We are all business owners here today. Can I see the yes and the no's for, are we selling online? We agreed that we are buying online and we are business owners. No, we are not selling online. So it's a thought that I'm leaving you with, that I don't know how to do that. Sure, we'll see how to do that. But I'm leaving you with this thought that if you as a customer are buying online, you enjoy the convenience, you enjoy everything that you're getting by purchasing online, your customer wants to also be able to do that. You have built your business and you already have existing customers, or you're getting started, but if you don't allow them to do what you are doing, you're losing out on a lot of business. So okay, so, and of course, let's just move on to the stages of the digital roadmap and the journey, and then understand how we can sell online. So there are 5 stages, like you can see on the screen. You lay the foundation by actually creating an online presence for your business. Then you start building it by staying active. And by staying active, you promote your products, your services, you write articles, you write posts, you connect with other businesses, you do social media activities, you, let's say, do digital marketing campaigns, or you even do SEO, SEM, and then you start scaling it up. Now that you've established a few members, you scale it up by relying on data and trends. It's a very important thing, data and trends that you get in your online journey. And then you increase your profits, then you look at ways to reduce your costs. And at the end of all of this, you actually sustain this. And how do you sustain this? You try to get repeat customers, you try to build loyalty, you try to earn goodwill from your customers. So, and I've seen in the past a lot of people actually come back arguing that I've been doing business traditionally or physically for years now. My customers come to my store, they purchase my goods. Why should I actually move online? So let's try and take this with the help. Let's try and answer this with the help of an example, that why you as a business either should move hybrid. You should adopt a hybrid version of online and offline, or if not completely online. So let's take one of our members here today. There's Mr. Naveen Yadav in our example. So let's say Mr. Naveen actually has a store of garments in Mumbai, in Andheri, and Mr. Naveen gets 100 customers every single day to his garment store, and he's making profits, he's happy, but now he really wants to expand. I mean, at some point his costs are going up, but his number of customers are not increasing. So any ideas or thoughts on how he should move from 100 customers a day to 1,000 customers a day? Use the chat box, tell Mr. Naveen what he could possibly do to move from 100 customers a day to his physical store to reach to 1,000 customers a day. Move online, yes, okay. What else? Run a discount, sure. Adopt global approach, absolutely. Okay, so let's say now Mr. Naveen actually has heard Mr. Ashutosh's advice on actually running a discount. Okay, so he runs a discount now and he attracts not 100 but another 200 new customers. Festival discount. Okay, so he does a 50% festival sale and now he has 200 people coming in. But can we just stop there and think what is going wrong even when we are getting more number of customers? Yes, that's right. Our profits are going down because we actually have started increasing the kind of reducing our margin and giving that share to the customer. But let's say now, instead of doing just the discounts in her store, in Mr. Naveen's store, he actually went ahead, created an online catalog of his products. He has a store in Mumbai and Andheri. He's catering to 100 customers a day, but he also now goes online. What do you think will change? Over a period of time, he then will get data or insights. So let's say he understands that every Wednesday between 5 to 9 p.m., I don't have people coming to my online store. That power of that data is something he'll get online. He's able to identify that between 5 to 9 p.m. on Wednesday, customers are not shopping. He then runs his 50% festive discount only during this period of time. So he continues to get 100 customers a day in the busy days, busy times, but he now also has optimized his lean period. The time 5 to 9 on Wednesday, when he was not able to get customers, he ran a discount and got new set of customers. So imagine what the kind of tools that you can use to actually do it efficiently online. Now, let's say Mr. Ashok here says that I've been running my business online now and I've been giving a sale. I've captured all of this, all the data, insights. But what Mr. Ashok also tells Mr. Naveen is that why are you limiting yourself to only India customers? Or let's say initially he was limited to Andheri because he had a physical store, then he went online and he captured the entire Mumbai market, then he started moving to other cities. But why are you being limited only to the country? And Mr. Ashok gave an example of how he is exporting his products to Australia, to Africa, using different types of online business portals. So what I'm trying to bring here today is that there are various exporter portals that we as Indian sellers can use to kind of export our products. And I will put that in the chat box as well, where you can explore if you are interested in exporting your products. So let me just put in the URL. It's called indianbusinessportal.in. There are almost about 3,000 plus Indian sellers today who have listed their products. There is Federation of Indian Export Organizations promoting this portal to all the embassies across the world. And there is a matchmaking happening between foreign buyers and Indian sellers. So if you are a business to whom this sounds exciting and you want to be a part of it, then again, just drop in a message in the chat box and I'll have somebody call you and help you get listed onto this portal. Okay, so now moving quickly forward, let's go to a digitization index, which I've tried to factor out the various stages at which you as a business owner can actually possibly be in. And be it any kind of function, whether it's marketing, sales, logistics, each of it has its own area of digitization. So let's say in marketing, you don't have a logo. So then you will progress to creating maybe a temporary ad hoc logo. And then you realize that, okay, this is not good enough. Let me have a professional logo. So I'm just trying to tell you how you need to keep moving your stage, move the goalpost, because the digital journey is endless. It's very vast. It can be intimidating. And therefore, it's important for you. So let's take another example. You have not created an online profile. And then you start small, you create your online profile, you then share it. But then you realize that just sharing your profile isn't enough. You have to be active, you have to be sharing content. Then you realize that, okay, now people know me, let me create my own website. But how can I make my website non-transactional? At the end of the day, my customers want my product at their doorstep, where they can pay online and get their products at home. So am I providing that experience to them? So I'm just trying to highlight and leave you with that thought in your mind, that go back after this session, analyze where you stand, draw out a plan on how you want to expand in your digital journey, and see the kind of ROI it actually is providing to your business. Let's quickly move on to some other function. So let's say you're a B2B business and you have a lot of distributors, you have a lot of retailers, but your sales team is still going out there traditionally, You are a manufacturer, your salesperson is going to the distributor, showing them the catalog, writing down what their order is, coming back. Some errors happen because of manual entry. So all of this can be digitized today. In fact, GlobalLinker has a solution where if you are a brand or a manufacturer and if you want to digitize your entire supply chain, right from giving customized discounts to your different distributors online, right from giving a customized minimum order quantity. We always have that fear that I don't want my other distributor to know what distributor A is doing with me. I'm giving him a credit of this much, but I don't want distributor B to know that. That won't happen if you have a proper mechanism in place. And you can do that just by the login of an OTP. They can actually place their own orders, and they're all tech savvy today. When somebody can buy something on a marketplace, they can buy it from your store as well. The journey is absolutely the same. They just put in their phone number, they log in via an OTP, and they see everything customized. In fact, your orders will start going up without you doing much as well, because now your sales team is actually focusing on the right aspects of actually maintaining relationships, rather than going saying, okay, you want 30 products, and then he writes it down. Somebody reads that as 50 products, then have to be returned. All of that gets eliminated the minute you move online. So these are areas you need to think about and execute. And again, if you are somebody who wants to explore any of these products, right from creating your online store to digitizing your supply chain, any aspect, do drop in a message. I will be sharing my contact details and we'll be happy to help you. Again, I'm just going to stop here, leave you with the thought of how important and critical it is to be digitized today. And no matter what stage you are at, you need to really think of building it rather than or moving to the next stage, rather than imagining a castle and not starting. So this is what I wanted to share with you here today, and I'll stop here to see if you have any questions. Again, the questions can be as varied as you'd like. So let me, and you can see my contact details on the screen here right now, but I'm also going to put it in the chat box. Okay. Give me a second there now. Let me just see if you all have added any questions. We have our website. Why should we build it on GlobalLinker? So this is an interesting question. So first of all, I'm glad that you already have a website. There is no mandate that you do have to build it on GlobalLinker. However, having said that, in order to join the Indian business portal, which is into exports, or to join the ONDC network via us, you will have to create your online store. The reason for that is, if you notice, every marketplace, every traditional e-commerce platform needs products in a particular format. The way of asking that format is for you to create your online store. So I hope you do see the relevance in case you'd like to join any of the platforms. Also, additionally, we do have a lot of tools and capabilities which you can leverage, which may or may not be there on your existing website. So it's entirely your decision. Okay, moving to the next question. How do I find genuine buyers from GlobalLinker? Again, Mr. Brijesh, I would suggest, if first of all, if you're looking at Indian buyers, then I would recommend joining the ONDC network. ONDC stands for Open Network for Digital Commerce. Once your online store is ready, you can ask us to integrate it with the ONDC network, and we'll be happy to help you. In case of In case of exports, like I said, the Indian Business Portal is being promoted across various embassies across the world by Federation of Indian Export Organization. So this is where you'll be able to get buyers from. And of course, like I told you, GlobalLinker is a networking platform. You can build connections and start exploring business opportunities from other connections. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Mr. Brijesh. The next question from Muthushri. What is meant by maintaining presence online? Is it in general or on this marketplace? So both are different. Maintaining presence online is not restricted to this marketplace or this networking platform. You should be having a Google My Business listing. You should have presence online. That's and if I'm a person who wants to look for your business, Muthushri, I should be able to go on to Google and search for relevant keywords about your business, and you should come up there. So irrespective of how you come up, from which platform you come up, that doesn't matter. Okay. Now, a question from Asuri. What costs are involved to post our products? Now, in order to post products on GlobalLinker, there's absolutely no cost. In order to post products on Linker Store, which is the online store capability, for that also there is no cost. However, if you'd like us to create the store for you, which means that you don't have the time or are not willing to invest time or effort onto selling on or creating your online platform, then we can do it for you at a nominal cost. If you're interested in exploring that option, then please do drop me a message with your contact number and we'll be happy to arrange a call. This applies for everybody else. If anybody wants a call back from our team in relation to help that you need for creating your online store, we will do it for you at a nominal cost. We will understand your requirement, your product details or service details, and then quote accordingly. So I'm just going to stop here to see if anybody is posting their contact details for that. I'll wait in the chat as well as the Q&A. Anybody who needs help in creating their online store, which means we create it for you, please drop your mobile number in the chat box and we'll have somebody contact you. Okay. A follow-on question from Asuri is, are there costs involved in processing a customer inquiry or the order? No, there are no costs involved in which we charge whatsoever at the moment. But having said that, there will be payment gateway fees, there will be logistic support. In case you opt for any of these, they have their own charges, which you will have to bear. Okay. And I can see some contact numbers in the chat. We will have someone reach out to you, or possibly I'll reach out myself. Just give me a moment. I'm making note of the same. Okay, the next question is, can we sell cocaine on GlobalLinker from Aditya Porwal? No, you cannot sell that. It's not a product that's allowed on e-commerce. We're frequently posting all our training programs promotion. Thanks for GlobalLinker support. Thank you so much, Mr. Koteshwar Rao. We're so glad to see that you are making the most of the tools and capabilities that exist today. And thank you for sharing your organization details as well, which is nimsme, nimsme.org. Like I mentioned, for everybody else, all industry-related MSME programs are being posted on GlobalLinker, so you can keep a tab on the event section. Okay. Again, can we sell cocaine? Sorry, that's not a product allowed in the e-commerce domain. How can it be useful in the service industry like a clinic? From Mr. Jayesh. So even for a service-based business, you can productize your services, which means that you can list, let's say, appointments for your clinic, or let's say you can list products like, let's say, a package that you have at the clinic, or like I said, appointments. Or for example, you can say book a slot from X to Y at this cost. So there are many ways to go about it. I'd like to know your business a little more to actually relevantly suggest. We're already using GlobalLinker for an online store. Now we need help in promotion of our products. Do GlobalLinker help in that? So the current help that we can provide is to have you linked onto the ONDC network or the Indian Business Portal in order to get orders. However, in terms of digital marketing, SEO, social media, we can recommend relevant agencies. These are third-party agencies and nothing to do with GlobalLinker. We personally can only help you get onboarded onto ONDC and Indian Business Portal. Let me explain a little about ONDC, which is Open Network for Digital Commerce. Just like the way we use UPI today for payments, which means if I'm on Google Pay and you are on Phone Pay, we're able to send money to each other using a mobile number. Similarly, using ONDC, the buyer and the seller on different apps can transact with one another. It's already a reality. There are many sellers who are already listed on the network. So if you're interested in that, we can help you get onboarded. Is it necessary to create a store if we have our website? I just answered that question, Asuri, a couple of minutes back. No, it's not mandatory. It's a tool for you to utilize if you'd like to be a part of ONDC or Indian Business Portal. Having said that, a website can be only informational based versus a store usually is transaction based. If you have a website which is not yet transactional, I would recommend having it transactional so that a buyer can actually buy from you. Okay. Please ask someone from your team to connect with us. Sure, we will do that. Is there any additional charges for linking with shipment partners when creating a store? All the shipping partners on the platform have their own shipping fees, which is what you will have to bear. There are no further additional charges. Okay, are there any more questions? I'm going to wait here to see if you have any more questions. First of all, thank you for being such an engaged audience today. I have to export, so how can I export? If you are a FIO member, which is Federation of Indian Export Organizations already, then I would request you to raise your questions with them. If in case this is in relation to the Indian Business Portal, like I said, you need to create your online store, get linked onto the Indian Business Portal so that foreign buyers can discover your product or service, and that will help you in exporting your business. Okay. Does the website template, are the website templates charged? Can we change it after implementing one? Yes, you can change it after implementing one. There is no restriction on that. Are the website templates charged? No, at the moment that you see, all the templates that you see on the platform are absolutely free. If you need customizations from our side, then there is a charge associated to that. I have buyers, but a lack of knowledge in exporting, then I would recommend you please reach out to FIO. I can arrange a call back from the FIO team in case you'd like that. They will help you in understanding, let's say, how do you get an IEC code, what are the customs and duty that you require. So please drop your mobile number and we'll be happy to arrange that call for you. Are payment gateways available? Yes, Asuri, we have domestic as well as international payment gateways. So you don't have to worry about that. Razorpay, CC Avenue, Paytm, PayPal, Easy Pay. There are multiple payment gateways available. And likewise for shipping, there are multiple partners as well, ranging from Dunzo, VFast, ShipMax, ShipLite, ShipRocket, Vama Ship, Aramix. So don't worry on either of the two aspects. Okay, we've made note of your contact number, Aditya. We'll have somebody from FIO call you back. Are there any more questions at this time? In case buyers default the payment, this can happen anywhere at any time. And it's unfortunate that it can happen, but we are currently not providing any support in relation to this. We would request all the sellers to actually vet the information before they go ahead and make a transaction with the buyer, and therefore safeguard your payment. The onus will lie on you, Aditya. Will the Indian Embassy help? No, this is not something that the Indian Embassy will help in. Okay, are there any further questions? Thank you for being such an engaged audience today. We have about 4 minutes left. As I promised, I would leave ample amount of time for the Q&A. So if you do have any more questions, please do ask them now. I'm going to put in my contact details again for those of you who missed it. You can stay in touch even after the session. Also, we have live training sessions every day, Monday to Friday, at 5:30 p.m. on how to create your online store. So I would encourage all of you to join the sessions to learn how to do it on your own, which is absolutely DIY, do it yourself and free of cost. We have put in the chat box the sessions that happen every day. Do remember that the link remains the same, so you can bookmark it and keep, and join us at 5:30 p.m. We also do have sessions in relation to the Indian Business Portal. This happens on every Friday at 4 o'clock. So if you're interested, you can definitely keep a tab on the event section, and you'll be able to join the Indian Business Portal sessions as well. Please tell us about yourself. What would you like to know, Aditya? I request you to contact me offline. But like I told you, I'm a people's person. I like interacting with businesses like yourself. And at GlobalLinker, I manage various relationships, both in terms of partners as well as SMEs. So yeah, that's just about me. Okay. Are there any further questions, any comments, any feedback, anything that you'd like us to change, improve, anything that you want, that you enjoyed about today's session? And we have also posted the link on where you can register for the upcoming webinar for the Indian Business Portal. You will learn how to create your online store and link it to the Indian Business Portal. And of course, why you should be doing that. Okay, thank you for joining in today. Thank you for being an engaged audience. Thank you so much.